Evening. So it is the end of the day for week 9, day 3. It's been a crazy experience here at Youth Rush, and it's kind of bittersweet to be already on week 9. This is our last full week. This morning for devotions, for worship, we read from Help in Daily Living. It's in the back of our copy of Cole Porter Ministry, and so we were reading through it, and it was just really practical instruction, as well as images of future hope for the coming of the Lord, and just a faith that we can cling to. So it was a really beautiful devotion, and then at the end of that, we had like 10 minutes to read through it, and then at the end we started writing into the books for the kids books that we got from the phone-a-thon. The donations from the phone-a-thon cover the cost of kids books, which we're going to be giving to a ministry who will then be distributing them to the kids. And then so we just wrote words of encouragement on the inside cover, as well as favorite Bible verses. And so like Ron was doodling in his, and he actually made like actual drawings on the inside of the cover, which is really nice. And so we got to do a little ministry for the kids even before hitting out the field. I was in Calvin's team today. We went out, we were in Port Wainimi, so it was a lot cooler, and then just going door to door, and then we had like really big answer to prayer. Okay, so we're really short on slush, and Lindsay today was praying for that we would get more slush, and then she goes to this door. The lady was just like, they were talking about a garden, and then like she just comes out. It's like, here's a donation for you. Ended up getting a 22 book set, so it was a double dump bag, and then she gave an additional $50 for slush, and then somebody anonymously gave $115 for our slush fund as well. So because we are short on slush and we really need it, I think we are a little bit less, under $500 in slush right now. The other program is already at 1,000, so we are really behind on slush. But yeah, for today, just a few things that stood out. One was I was canvassing this lady. Turned out she was like, I heard her accent. I couldn't really see her, but I heard her accent. I was like, "Are you Filipino?" Yeah, and then so started showing her habits that heal, and so she came out with a $10 donation for that habits, and it was just really nice because to be able to minister, I think it's special, especially when I'm able to minister to other people from my country, and that is just beautiful. Yeah, let me think what else. So yeah, so like just a lot of different interactions, and I really love it when we get the devotional pause out, and then so I did get several of those out as well. Oh, this really cool one, testimony. I was canvassing, it was trailer homes, and it was older people, so I think it was more of a retirement community. I was canvassing this lady. They're like, yeah, we love documentaries. So I showed them Daniel Chronicles, and then they're like, we really just don't have the money. And then like I could see her holding, and then she was just like looking back and forth, like she was trying to think of a way to pay for this. And I saw that they really wanted the Daniel Chronicles, and I was like, you know what? I'll take as like whatever you can come up with, even it's short of 10. I was like, I will give it to you in faith, knowing that somebody else will later on today will cover the cost of the DVD. And she was like, no, that's not right for. And I was like, yeah, don't worry about the difference. I was telling her, and then her husband was like, no, that's not right. You shouldn't have to do that. And then she was just looking, and then she was just holding on to the DVD, and then like, so it was like you could see it on her facial expression that she was just searching for a way, and she was like, I can write you a check, but is it okay if I date it later on for 1 week from now? And I was like, yes, we can accept held checks all the way to August 13th. That is the time where we do our last deposit. And then she was like, okay, I'll do it a week from now. And then as it happens, today is August 6th, and a week from now is August 13th, the exact date, the last day for us to accept held checks. And then so she she writes out the checks for the Daniel, and then her husband's like, "Oh, you're writing a check that is just gonna postpone." It's like, yeah, and it's like, "Oh, let me write a check as well." So he comes out, writes a check, and they get a Daniel Theodicy set. It's just a powerful DVD set, and then so they both gave $10 each, and then just dated the checks for the 13th. And also they signed up for Revelation seminar. So if there's a local church who ever do a Revelation seminar going over the books of Daniel and Revelation in the future, they'll be able to attend that. And that was really cool. That was just like answer to prayer, and it was just a lovely conversation, able to connect with these people. So yeah, that's all for tonight. Love you guys. Bye.